I just feel hopeless and defeated.
One local woman says she is desperate for help. She says her house, her car, and her shed were all set on fire. She tells News 3 she was stalked, harassed, and her protective order was repeatedly violated. News 3 investigator Margaret Kavanaugh started asking questions about her case and looking into problems with protective orders.
I'm fearful that he's going to find me and kill me and my daughter.
Fearful for her life, which is why we're not identifying this woman who says she's being targeted.
My car got keyed. My next door neighbor's car got keyed with a heart on the hood, and then on the side of it, it said keep her.
Then a few days later in April, her shed and car set on fire. A month later, she woke up to firefighters in her bedroom. The house was on fire.
It was the most terrifying thing I think I've ever experienced in my life.
She says then the condemned home burglarized a few days later.
Things that my mother left me before she died, and keepsakes and mementos. You know, there were things that were taken that only he would have taken. Like for instance, a bathrobe of his that I had, it has his name stitched into it. That was taken, but my TV was still sitting there.
Labeling the fire suspicious, investigators say no one has been arrested, but told me they do have a person of interest. Court records show that the woman's ex-boyfriend is accused of assaulting her in October, let out on bond. Arrested for violating a protective order, then let out on bond. Arrested again for making threats that date back to March, stalking her in April, and facing multiple protective order violations, according to court records. He was arrested again in late May. A judge finally held him without bond in June.
What is going to happen? Do I have to turn up dead for anybody to do anything? And that's the reality for a lot of people.
Nisha Himes is the founder of the Grow Foundation, a nonprofit that helps domestic violence victims.
I've seen where people have violated protective orders 5, 10 plus times and still are able to get out on bond.
And she says different courts make different decisions in various jurisdictions.
You go to 3 different magistrates or judges, you might get 3 different answers.
I have no word for it. It's just ridiculous.
Experts say protective orders are a great tool and an important piece of paper, but there are obstacles. We sat down with the Norfolk Commonwealth's attorney to talk about this.
Does serving it present challenges at times?
Absolutely. It's just like serving a subpoena, serving an arrest warrant, serving any other kind of legal paper, even like divorce papers.
He says sometimes people don't want to be found, and protective orders are only good if people follow them.
It's not a shield. It doesn't provide 24-hour protection. And that's why the violation statute exists. And that's why victims have to take advantage of the resources that help keep them safe.
And report violations.
If you are a victim of a crime, if you feel like your safety is in danger, that you should do everything you can to advocate for yourself.
The Commonwealth's attorney would like to see more state funding for victims and encourages people to protect themselves.
Think about things like good lighting, nighttime lighting, cameras, whether it's doorbell cameras or security systems.
This woman says staying safe has been a challenge.
It's been very traumatizing and frustrating.
But she continues her court battle to try and keep herself and her daughter safe. Margaret Kavanaugh, News 3.